Under the dim torchlight of the cave, Digger moved slowly, dragging his bulldozer shovel on the ground, while the Arimaspian slave driver pulled on a strong rope, making him go forward. He refused. Another slave driver slashed at him with a long whip, wishing the machine had flesh like the humans. "You act like a stubborn child. I don't know how you move without a being inside you. The wizard says you've been bewitched, which means we ought to be afraid of you. But I ain't afraid of no one." "Except King Titus," the others roared, laughing. "Aye, we are all frightened of him." A rambling, noisy crunch, crunch, crunch from outside the cave drew their attention from their straining and punishing Digger. As soon as the chain was tossed away, Digger hit the accelerator and took off down the cavern, not sure where he was going. "Hey, stop, you stupid machine!" "Don't worry about that thing. Curly is back with more slaves," said the other. It wasn't Curly. It was another group of workers, including human kids who had strayed from their parents, renegade gorilla rabbits who were arguing with their captors, Arimaspian teens who had disobeyed their parents, and a few Cryadia offshoots who had been out looking for Cranny. "We can't use those plant creatures. They have needles and hurt us too much," said the guard with a whip. The other looked around. "Where did that stubborn machine go? Hildo, you let it get away." "Me? You're the one who dropped the chain." They began shoving each other. "Stop fighting and help me get this crate unloaded." "When we get out of here, I demand to speak to your commander. How dare you capture me, Rabito, leader of the Gorilla Dust Bunny Commandos? I'm a famous outlaw in 12 worlds. All bounty hunters would love to get the reward for bringing me in, but only one can. Which one of you is man enough to do it? If none of you are, then release me and my gang." The guard hit the bars with the hilt of his sword. "You are going to be the famous miner in these parts. Settle down and stop your belly aching." "Maybe we should get the king down here." The other shrugged. "Isn't Wizard Sabon supposed to be bringing him here? We're due for an inspection soon." Deeper and deeper Digger traveled down the dark cavern under the mountain, following an echo of hammer and chisels. On either side there were slaves chained together chipping at the walls, and rock fell like rain of pebbles and gravel. Others loaded up large wheelbarrows so high that they couldn't even see over them. He realized he was supposed to be the one digging the walls in the denser areas. He wasn't willing to do that. It made his human heart shiver with despair. Digger was frantic to be free of this place. He prayed for help, to find the one the wizard called the Indigo Traveler. He was sure that the boy was the one who had turned him into a backhoe. Yet he didn't blame him. He was a kid with a good heart and an interesting outlook on life. Somewhere down the line, Digger saw a tiny bright light and heard what sounded like another wagon coming up. He slowed up, deciding which way to go. More guards were wandering around, watching over the slaves' work. He moved forward slowly. "Aren't you supposed to be digging?" one asked him. "Where is the slave who is supposed to be using you?" He stopped the backhoe with one foot. Digger trembled from the top of his smokestack to the bottom of his 4 wheels. "You are just a dumb machine. You can't talk." He looked around to the slaves. "You, over there, drop that pickaxe and come here. You can use this thing to dig and move more rock." "I don't know how to work it," the worker replied. He was slumped over, his shoulders rounded from the hard work and deep feeling of hopelessness. "Figure it out." Digger heard more prisoners being let out of a cage further down from the exit opening. He felt deep in his carburetor that the one he was waiting for was among them. He pushed down on his gas pedal once again, but the guard still held him firmly under his foot. The slave climbed into Digger, looking at the control levers, not knowing anything about them. "I've never seen anything like this before. Who made it?" "We don't know.